Hey guys, welcome back, It's more RimWorld because it's Friday and we still get to do this on Friday, at least for another week until my new job starts. And then it'll kind of be up in the air for a little bit, but it'll be fine. We'll figure it all out. So, NG, you're injured. Why? Oh, you got in a fight last time. Right. You got in a fight with Stabby, which was a bold move, to be sure, because Stabby's all about stabbing people. But you got in a fight. All right, you've got a bruise and a bite, which are basically taken care of. In fact, you're doing fine. You're moving a little slow, but you're doing just fine. You'll learn to cope. And Stabby, you're injured too. We should probably take a look at that as well. What's your problem? What's your deal? What's Stabby? Come here. What's your deal? Oh, you got kind of the raw end of the deal on that, didn't you? Yeah, you didn't fare quite as well as NG did. All right, well, you'll heal up from that. You're in a medium amount of pain, but hey, who isn't these days? All right, what do we need to do? It's basically nap time for most of them. NG, you're working on what exactly? The dresser. Good move. It's your dresser, so you may as well take a crack at it. And Stabby, what do you off to go do? Are you mining? Oh, good. Oh, no, you're hauling steel. Okay, that's somewhat valuable. I'd actually prefer you were building the machine table, but we'll get around to that eventually. Let me blaze through the overnight process here and see if we can speed things up a little bit. It is spring, and I've got kind of a plan that I want to work on, which is basically, this place sucks and we should move. Hey, Bobcat, welcome. Are they welding a wooden dresser? No, they're welding a slate dresser, which still doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any more sense than a wooden dresser. You wouldn't weld either of those, but they're off to do it. This is apparently what they're doing. There's sparks and embers flying. I don't really think you should take a welding machine to slate, but here we are, and that's what they're doing. So my overall broad plan, I'm sure we probably won't get to it today, but my overall broad plan is to get out of here, because there's very little resources in this area. So I'd kind of like to get us out of here before we've invested too much in this area. And that's going to mean we need to focus on making the survival meals. Where do those live? Somebody remind me where those live. They're somewhere around here. No, that's all drugs, more drugs, sterile materials. Nope, it ain't that either. Where the heck do those live? Those are, what are they called again? The long-term or something survival meals. Furniture, cooler, stone cutting, complex clothing. Well, where the heck are they? I just did this in my personal game the other day. I know they're in here. Go Juice, Psychite, Wake Up, Cocoa. That would be nice. That would be delightful. We're working on packaged survival meal. Oh, we already did it. Oh, good, super. We've already covered that. Never mind. Bird brains. I think, if indeed you are the real bird brains, we shall see. I remain unconvinced at this point. I mean, you can say space bees to anyone. I'm not necessarily going to fall for that. I'm skeptical if this is the real bird brains. But for now, we will assume, without any further evidence, that you are in fact bird brains. Yeah, space bees is good, but lots of people know about space bees, bird brains. You could be Polsk, you could be Bliffy, you could be any number of people. Anyone who's tuned into chat could know, yeah, Polsk is Jeff Goldblum, you're not wrong about that. Anyone who tunes into chat could be aware of space bees. And more than a few people watch those sim streams and were aware of the space bee issue. Oh, goodness, we've got a lot of rice. Oh, speaking of which, we should be slaughtering more animals. What's kicking around the neighborhood here? Oh, yeah, lots of muffalos. Let's just kill all the muffalos that live around here. Maybe why was I taming the turkey? I don't remember why I was taming the turkey, but I'm going to go ahead and keep doing it. Ask me a question for verification. Oh, all right, well, what was your first random fact with bird brains? Ha-ha. Ha-ha. I don't actually know the answer, so I can't verify it, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. That'll get you. You could tell me anything, and I'd assume it was the correct answer, so, knock yourself out. But that's my question. There you go. That's a good one. I have no idea what the real answer is. Scion, what are you up to? You're cooking things. Okay, good. Do we have queued up packaged survival meals? Not yet. Let's get that cooking along here. So why don't you guys start making just for right now. We don't have someone with high enough cooking skill. That's why I wasn't doing it before. War turkeys. Right. Good plan. That must be why I was taming that turkey. There's no other turkeys, right? I can't get a matching set. No, I'm ostensibly going to get a female turkey. We'll see if we can dig out a male turkey somewhere. It was about the PBY Catalina. Yeah, sure. I totally believe that. That question just fell apart at the first hurdle, really, there, because I don't know the actual answer to it. I'd have to go all the way back through all of my edited and recorded and stuff and actually find that out. And I'm not even sure where it first came up. So I'd basically be scouring through hundreds of hours of video trying to find that. I'm just going to go ahead and assume you're bird brains at this point. Actually got to climb around in one of those when I was a kid. Well, considering the very first random fact with bird brains was so long ago, I don't remember what a PBY Catalina is, then sure, that sounds awesome. I heard people shooting. Oh, Pen's just shooting things. Good. You are the shootier of the crowd here. So go ahead and Mech's in on this too. Lots of shooting going on. Oh, we're just going for some buffalo slaughter here. Muffalo, excuse me. One down and one to go. You know what? I think I'll queue up another one while I'm in here. Let's just get all the Muffalo dead, please. All the Muffalo are going to be turned into tasty, tasty meals. So if we need a cooking of a... Steve! Welcome! It's Steve! When is it you start your new job? Are you excited about it? I start on the 14th of October. So I've got basically like 2 or 3 days left at my current job. And then I've kind of built in a little 5-day break before I start my new job. I am excited about it. I'm not, because I know Bird Brains is currently stalking me, and I don't need to give Bird Brains any more ammo than Bird Brains already has. I won't actually mention exactly what I'm going to be doing. It's in a radically different field than what I've done in the past, so it's something very, very new that I've never done before, but have always been kind of interested in. So I hope it's going to be what I want it to be. The only thing I know is where I am now is a dead end. And I'm not saying that to slam the place. I'm just saying there's nowhere for me to grow where I am right now. There's no realistic opportunities to do anything more than what I'm doing right now, which is fine. I mean, the place is running great. It doesn't need my input. I'm totally irrelevant there, but I would be stuck. If I stayed there the next 10 years, I'd be stuck doing exactly the same thing that I've been doing for all of this time. So hang on. Random fact with Bird Brains. The Japanese marathon runner Shizo Kanekuri, I'm reading that from a distance, lost consciousness while taking a break during the 1912 Olympic Marathon. In 1967, the Swedes invited him to return and finish the race. Final time was 54 years. 8 months, 6 days, 5 hours, 32 minutes, and 20.3 seconds. Oh, that's like Olympic world-class hide-and-seek from Python. Yeah, Olympic-level hide-and-seek, where it's many, many years to do that. So are you becoming a professional stripper? If only, Steve. If only. Steve, and I should say, Steve, if I thought anyone was willing to pay for it, I'd be out the door right now. Ain't nobody paying for that. So if I thought it would work, I would have done it years ago, sir. Years ago. In fact, I should have done it years ago when I was younger and slightly better looking. But yeah, no, I am very excited. I hope it's going to be what I want it to be. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be like. And what I've said to Mrs. Dave is I'm not sure if this is the right move, but it is definitely the next move. It's just what we're going to try right now. Because as I say, where I am is a dead end. And that's not a slam. It's just that there's no growth there. I will be doing the same thing forever if I stay there. And that's fine. But it's not right for me. I am a person who needs new things to be doing all the time. That's why I can't stick to one game. The way you see me game is the way I live my life. The only thing I've committed to forever is Mrs. Dave. Everything else is on the table, subject to change. You forgot about the waist gunners. What waist gunners? The marathon guy had guns? I feel he could have completed the marathon a lot quicker if he had guns. Final answer is 11. For what? Wait, 9? Hang on. What are we counting? What's going on? I don't know what we're counting, but I'm just going to assume it's all going to work out somehow. Oh, rice is being harvested. Good. How many... Oh, we've got a freezer full of dead muffalos here. Just a freezer full of dead muffalos. We don't have a heck of a lot of wood kicking... Oh, and another one coming in. Awesome. We don't have a lot of wood kicking around. Why don't we target some trees around here? I would not mind building some shelves in the freezer. We do have a lot of meals. That is good. I'm going to just queue up some shelves. Is there anything we have a lot of? We have a fair bit of slate again. How many of these take? What if I made these out of slate? 30 slate? Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. Give me, I don't know, a shelf here and a shelf here. There we go. And we'll put some food on it. That's how freezers work, basically. You are the real bird brains. Oh, for Bobcat's question. Okay, so, all right, if Bobcat's vouching for you, that's good enough for me. Kind of like being a bouncer. Like, oh, if that guy says you're cool, that's fine. So if Bobcat is vouching for you, I will accede to that. Accede? I don't know. Good enough for me, Bird Brains. So Bird Brains is, in fact, the real Bird Brains, despite the new account. I think you actually have, like, 4 different Bird Brains accounts in my Discord alone. Shameless self-promotion link down below. I think you actually have, 4? There's 4 things that come up when I try to @you. When I try to tag you in something. I think there's, 4 different accounts that come up. Why is the cooler out of power? We should have tons of power. We've got our new hydrogeothermal lava thing going. Why are we not getting power down here? What? Oh, you know what? I think I turned that off. I turned that off, didn't I? Yes, I did. I turned that off because we don't need it because it's spring. Right. I could turn it back on, but there's no real need to right now. Just go ahead and cut up all these muffalos if you could, please. Do some controlled stabbing. Who's having a minor break risk? What's the problem, mech? What's the problem? You're not Sakura's master. Okay, I don't know how to help you with that. Were you supposed to be? You slept in the heat. Alright, well, you know what? I'll turn the cooler back on then. There you go. Turn the cooler back on then if you're that fussy about it. And you have a vent into your room, so that should help. It is 82 degrees in there. You're not wrong, mech. It is a little toasty in there. You're here for the stabbing. Pawsley, welcome. Pawsley, I have been, cranking through your Planet Zoo tutorials. Sorry, by the way. If there's annoying comments that ever come up I just watched your tutorial and I'm really, really stupid and I still don't understand how to do this, that's me. That's totally me. Willow, New Mexico. Willow is in New Mexico. Do they have hot water there, Willow? I'm really digging watching Planet Zoo gameplay. I'm very, very close to just pulling the trigger on it because not only Pawsley, but Geek Cupboard, they've all been doing Planet Zoo, and it just looks so amazing. It just is such a gorgeous game. So really, really good tutorials. Go check out Pawsley. Feel free, if you want, man, to drop a link to your channel. I will totally approve that. That's totally cool. Because the tutorials are just really well done. Tight, concise, gives me the information that I need, gets me out the door. Exactly what I want from a tutorial video. And he is really good at Planet Zoo. Really good things with water. Really nice things with water. Shameless plug away, man. Shameless plug away. I've been watching your stuff, and it's really cool. So, shamelessly plug. Yeah, no, Willow. Planet Zoo looks really good. It's not inexpensive. It's not an inexpensive game. But damn, does it look gorgeous. I mean, wow, that thing is just the light effects alone on it look amazing. And just all the different things you do. My fear, it's not a fear, but it's a legitimate, I know how good I am at games and how not good I am at games. I spent 3 years playing many hours on Planet Coaster. I assume that's what Planco means, Planet Coaster. Well, there's the thing, Pawsley. There's exactly the thing. I have Planet Coaster. I love Planet Coaster. I'm terrible at Planet Coaster. Because there's so much detail into how you build things, and there's so much UI, and I'm like, oh god, I get so lost in it, and then everything looks terrible when I'm done with it. I was trying to build a zoo in Planet Coaster. Planet Zoo may indeed scratch that itch, yes. I think the developers have psychically intuned your wishes and said, I bet Willow would be a lot happier if we just made a zoo game that was like Planet Coaster. It is all just practice. You're not wrong, Paulsley. You're not wrong. When I started playing Parkitect, I was terrible at that, and I like to think I got a teensy bit better by the time I was done with it. I know I still got people in the comments going, "Oh my God, why have you not figured out how to do this thing?" But I think I got a little bit better by the time I was done with it. Many hours later. Oh boy, we played a lot of Parkitect on this channel. Right, but yeah, no, I really want to pull the trigger on Planet Zoo, and possibly you popping in may be just the thing I needed for that, but I won't have a lot of time to devote to it. I might just wait till it comes out in full release. I may not even bother with the beta at this point, but I would kind of like the deluxe edition so I can get all the extra things that are in it. You're still so bad at Parkitect. Well, feel free to watch some of my videos, Paulsley, because I eventually got okay at it. Again, commenters were still like, wow, you still have not figured out how to do this thing, even though I've literally commented every single video to do that thing. But by the end of it, I was kind of basically getting the grasp of it. The thing that I had a hard time committing to was the level of detail. And that's where Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster or Parkitect throw me off, is that there is a very real limit as to how long I will sit there and delicately, fine-tune the exact tree, putting it exactly in the place that I want, and then just slightly rotating it around just a little tiny bit, and this and that. There's a point where I just say, yo, there's a tree, live with it. That's kind of my attitude at some points. I want to be that guy who, delicately fine-tunes every single blade of grass in the park. And really what it is I sit there and go, okay, grass lives there, tree lives there, bathroom lives over there. We're done, kids. You've watched them all already. Oh, thank you. Wow, you have more patience than I did with Parkitect. I know, I enjoyed Parkitect. I really did. It was, I think, from the gameplay perspective, take the game away from the gameplay, if that makes any sense. The game itself is awesome. I mean, what more fun are you going to have than just building a theme park? I played the original Bullfrog theme park like a bazillion years ago, played the heck out of that and loved it, and Parkitect is just a natural evolution of it. But the gameplay of it, with the scenarios and the challenges, really they kind of just padded it out by making it very, very difficult to accumulate money. So it really wasn't challenging, it was just time consuming. And that's where I kind of, oh, Stabby, you're fully healed. Excellent. That's where I kind of tuned out at the end, where it really wasn't any more challenging, it was just more time consuming. And if you've watched them, I finally figured out that there are no catastrophes in Parkitect. If the park is technically profitable, even if you're only pulling in $1 a month, I finally figured out I can just leave. I can just walk away. Nothing bad is going to happen. There's no fires, there's no volcanoes, there's no catastrophes. If I set it up to be profitable, I can leave and just come back when I've got a lot of money, which is what I did. When I put that in the video, I wasn't kidding. How did Stabby get hurt? You got in a fight with NG. And unfortunately, NG must have got the drop on you, because you suffered a little worse for wear than NG did. But you're both fully healed now, so it's fine. I think it was a bold move to pick a fight with you, Stabby, because, what with the stabbing thing. You both got in a fight, and you're both healed up now. So yeah, when I said that in the Parkitect videos, that I just left the house and went and did errands and let Parkitect run, I wasn't kidding. That wasn't a joke. I just set the park up to be profitable and then left the house and drove around, did some errands, went and got gas, went and got a Coke, got lunch, whatever, and came back and had thousands of dollars. So that's not a challenge to me. That's just time. And at the end of it, for maybe 30-minute video, I was recording for like 4 hours of gameplay just to get to that point. And that was kind of, I'm like, you know what, this is actually just sucking up too much time. It's a great game, and I love playing it casually, but it just got a little too time-consuming. Anyway, that was a very long rant about Parkitect. Career mode in Planet Zoo may be awesome. I hope so. Whenever I play a zoo builder, I always put a big rock in a pond. I want to see, and I put this comment on one of Paul's videos, I don't know, but if I can put predators and prey animals in the same pen, even if the game doesn't recommend it, just to fool around, and I can create Planet Zoo Thunderdome, I'm totally doing that. Like a lion and a gazelle in the same park. I asked Geek Cupboard to do this, to basically make an entirely water-based enclosure with a tiny island in the middle and 2 tiny patches of land on either side, and then put the food in the middle and let them fight over it. I hope the animals fight. That would be a nice touch. They probably won't, because it's kind of a nice game, like air quotes nice game, so they probably won't fight and kill each other, but if they do, I'm in. I'm totally in. Who has a bag on their head? It's not a bag, actually, although you're not wrong. It looks like a bag. It's a wooden war mask. It's a wooden war mask is what it is. It provides some benefit. I don't know what it is, but you're right. It does look like a paper bag on Fleeb's head. I've released loads of tigers into my Safari. Nothing happened. Yeah, that's what I feel, Paulsley. I feel it's kind of an air quotes nice game. This isn't what was the one Jurassic World where the dinosaurs would escape and kill people. I think that's great. That's all I want from a dinosaur game. I don't care about the profitability of the park. I don't care about research. I just want the dinosaurs to escape and kill people. That's kind of what I want from Planet Zoo. I want to just sort of perhaps accidentally delete a section of an enclosure that may or may not have tigers in it and let them roam the park and eat people. But I probably won't be able to do that. Many intruders raising wild dogs and they kept escaping. Really? Oh, I haven't watched his yet. I've watched a lot of Paulsley, and I've watched the Geek Cupboard. I haven't watched many True Nerds yet, because he usually just does it a one-off, and I kind of want to see more than that. I may have to go check that out. When you play Jurassic World, I always put the raptors in with the big dinosaurs, save space, and the raptors don't eat them because they're too big. That's a fair point. That is a fair point. I like Jurassic World. There just wasn't much to it. It was like the research was way too easy. It was actually kind of too easy, I guess, is my point of it. It was kind of too simple. And the big selling point was in the look of the game, and it did look gorgeous. I mean, it's an absolutely gorgeous game, but there really wasn't a whole lot to it, really, in my opinion, and that's just my opinion. People just ran. Oh, well, if people run, that's a start. That is a start. I will take Running from Tigers. And there's my title, Running from Tigers. So I'll take Running from Tigers. Maybe, I don't know, maybe someone will mod that for, aggro Planet Zoo. Planet Zoo, The Horrors. Oh, Fleeb, you're researching. Good. Because when you research, we can have tube televisions, and that'll make you all super happy. I should probably be playing RimWorld. Because that's what we're doing here. You're digging at gold. Oh, good. I forgot we had gold over here. Where's gold? Oh, yeah, we got a lot of gold over here. Go get that. Is everyone kind of not got anything to do? I noticed there's a lot of playing horseshoes and socially relaxing. NG, maybe you could just start by stopping playing horseshoes and refueling the generator, if you want to get on that. Gonna wait on Planet Zoo until it's been out for a bit. I might. I really, really want it. That's the thing. It's one of those games where, like, a lot of games I'm like, yeah, I can take or leave that. I mean, I'll play it. I'm happy to play it. But Planet Zoo, I think it's just because I've been watching so much of it. Again, both Paulsley and the Geek Cupboard, that I just really, 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 really want it. But I might also, like, I could see maybe in the winter Steam sale, it might knock a few dollars off of it. Running from Tigers by Winnie the Pooh, the new bestseller book that's totally not fictional or made up. I would like to see Winnie the Pooh running from tigers. Not by Winnie the Pooh, but Winnie the Pooh specifically running from tigers. Because I think he'd be a very slow runner and a very easy target. Very much low-hanging fruit for the tiger. If you're looking at a teddy bear kind of guy and you're a tiger, I think you've got lunch set up. Oh, pizza for bird brains. Excellent. Excellent. That's why your people fight. You won't let them play horseshoes. I'm researching television for them. Oh, hang on. Sion's got food poisoning. Oh, dear. Yeah, the kitchen... Well, the kitchen was dirty. That's probably part of the problem. I'm researching television for them. That's way better than horseshoes, if you're into television. If you're into horseshoes, it's not much better. But if you're into television, having television is way better than having horseshoes. Wow, we've got a lot of buffalo meat. Oh, and then my shelves are done. Oh, good. I should set these up properly. Clear all of that. Thank you. You can have meals, all meals, and actually just meals, frankly. Yeah, these are just going to be for meals, guys. So clear all of that and put Meals. There we go. Okay, so just Meals lives on those shelves, please. There are TV stations on this planet. Apparently so. Apparently so. Like all television stations everywhere, it's really just reruns of Law & Order, because that's what's on TV at all times. But there is apparently television here, and we can apparently watch it, and that makes people super, super happy. We have IKEA shelves, some assembly required, indeed. Some assembly and telling you what to put on them, like meals. Speaking of meals, how many meals do I have you queued up to make? 40. Okay, good. Yeah, totally do that, please. Totally do that. I'm going to queue this up. Oh, actually, it's not telling me that I can't. Hang on, did somebody level up in cooking? Did somebody finally get to cooking 8? You are not you. Nope. Not you. Not you. Definitely not you. So not you. And not you. Okay, I don't know why it's letting me queue it up, but that's fine. When somebody reaches cooking 8, they'll start to get that done. Just not right now. That's totally fine. Did we ever get that turkey? No, still got the turkey pegged to be tamed. The war turkey, the battle turkey. Let's, you know what, grab another muffalo. It's not going to hurt us to have more muffalos. Oh, speaking of muffalos and our own animals, should probably get some kibble going. And we've got the hay, but having different other food would not be the worst thing in the world. Oh, you're already queued up, but queue up another couple of one of those when you get a chance. Bird Brains has returned with pizza, and the dog. Whoa! So my hubs and I are in a hotel room with 3 dogs and a cat. It's quite close quarters in there. I can beat that one, Willow. I can totally beat that one. Here we go. So when I was building the house, and I say I was building my house, I didn't build anything. A contractor built it. But when the house was being built, I was in an apartment. Now, the house that we tore down was my mother's house. My mother was very much still alive and therefore needed a place to sleep. Otherwise, she was going to be homeless. Oh, hang on. Scion's gone all mental. Yeah, Scion's just wandering around. Because you're in serious pain. Oh, yeah, the whole food poisoning thing. Okay, well, try and sort yourself out, Scion. You're a valuable member of the community, because anyone is, because there's only 6 of you. So, rather than make... Oh, God, now what? Psychic drone. Okay, super. Everyone's going to be, wicked sad, including Scion, who's now going to be extra sad. So, here's the deal, Willow. Rather than make my mother homeless, which was, not the ideal filial thing to do, she had to come live in my apartment. So, and I had just met the woman who would eventually be Mrs. Dave. So we were dating, and we were at the dating stage where you stayed overnight, frequently. So what we had was in a, relatively small apartment. Actually, for this town, it was a larger apartment. We had myself, my mother, my cat, her 2 dogs, her 2 birds, and my girlfriend staying over on a regular basis. It was so crowded in there, we effectively had to set up a little DMZ where nobody went. It was like neutral territory. It was like the neutral zone in Star Trek. Like, nobody really came in there. There was a little buffer room between me and her. But yeah, that was crowded. That was very, very crowded. Pizza does sound good. Yeah, I wish Pizza Hut still had their bacon stuffed crust. Oh, that sounds delightful. I mean, bacon stuffed anything sounds delightful. Bacon stuffed bacon would sound delightful. Now I'm hungry. Why do you always do this to me? Why do we always start streaming and then people talk about food and now I'm super hungry? I've had all of a yogurt before I started streaming. But now I want bacon stuffed bacon. I want bacon with more bacon wrapped around it. I do plan to cook a fresh, creamy mushroom and bacon over some pasta. Oh, that sounds good. Can you deliver that, Phosphorus? Or at least, pop it in the post or something? Yeah, Paulsley, this is kind of like the nature of the stream. Is I generally do this and I haven't eaten properly beforehand, which is terrible advice for streaming. The first thing I learned is eat properly before you do this. And but I don't. And then people start talking about food, and I spend the rest of the stream telling people how hungry I am until I say I need to stop the stream so I can go eat food. It's really, I think it's my viewers' way of just cutting the stream short. Like, all right, we've had enough of this nonsense. Please go and eat something and get out of our face and come back tomorrow and play some Warcraft and or Baldur's Gate. We'll see you then. What did Scion do to the heater? I don't know. What did Cyan? Are you not sad anymore? No, you're still sad. I have no idea. I wasn't, as usual. I'm not actually paying the slightest bit of attention to the game. I'm just hoping everything works out eventually. How are we coming on the machining table, guys? We need 5 components. We have 5 components. I see 19, 32, and 11 components. Penge has gotten food poisoning now, too. Everyone's got food poisoning. This is most fussy. Oh, dear. Well, try and sort it out, people, if you could. Just try and sort out the food poisoning issue. Who's on cleaning duty? I mean, basically everyone, obviously, and a lot of people are at priority 2 on that. Dry fry some fine sliced mushrooms and small cut bacon in a pan. When cooked, add some double cream. After a few minutes, just pour over some cooked pasta and ta-da! Fair enough. That seems like a lot of effort for me, though. I basically do bachelor cooking. I do massive things in pots that I can then reheat for the rest of the week. I cook for one, even though there are 2 of us. I just cook a little bit more. But it's never elegant. It's functional. I make functional food. I make food that will keep you alive. If you want good food, you go to Mrs. Dave. That is much, much better. She makes food that's actually nice. I make food that, keeps your bodily processes going and, makes you live for another day, which is fine. It gets the job done. But it's not elegant. It's not elegant at all. Cyan, you're still wandering around sad. Penge, what are you doing? You're hunting Muffalo. You're digging at gold. Stabby, what are you up to? You're harvesting things. Oh, good. Is all this rice coming in? Yeah, it's all ready to harvest. Perfect. More rice. We kind of need to expand the freezer or get all of this stuff that's not in the freezer out of here, or not supposed to be in the freezer. What is that? 1 piece of plain leather. I just want to check storage again. Yeah, you guys are totally not supposed to have this in here. We've talked about this, RimWorld colonists. Apparel is checked no. You have another spot to put that in. You can put all of that up here. I guess I could start targeting people to just manually move it. Like Cyan. Oh, wait, Cyan's too sad. Cyan is far too sad to do that. Hang on, Boss Ross. For some weird reason, I have to review and approve that. I wonder why. Well, that's odd. I don't see any words in there that YouTube would flag. Is it mushroom? Does YouTube hate the word mushroom? That's weird. What the heck did it flag that for? Maybe it doesn't like mushrooms. That's possible. Starvation. Cyan is now starving to death because Cyan is so sad that Cyan will not go get food. That's a little silly, Cyan. Just go get something to eat. I can't like recruit you and then unrecruit you to break your little cycle here. Well, hopefully you'll cheer up and eat. Otherwise, you're just going to die. Who's semi-decent at construction? Because I'd really like to get this machining table done. Penge, you're not terrible at it. 10. Stabby's rather good at that. Cyan's not going to do it. You're terrible at it. Engie, you're pretty good. Engie, could you finish... Oh, we need steel. Okay. Oh, we must have tapped out over here. Yeah, I don't have any more queued up. Sorry, guys. Okay, I thought it was components you were lacking. That's fine. We can get some more steel cut. That's easy. Cut that bit and that bit. I'm very, very confident there's some sort of horrible evil in there, but we're going to go anyway. So cut that bit and that bit and that bit and all of that. And then some of that and a little bit of that. Thank you. Who's on mining duty, please? Because I need to bump up some priorities here. Okay, plenty of people are reasonably well priorities. Oh, a Mega Sloth self-tamed. I don't really need one of those. But thanks, I guess? Penge, welcome! Penge! Terrible at construction. Well, you're meh here. Oh god, extreme break risk. Yes, Cyan, if you just got something to eat... you wouldn't be so sad about things. Sorry, Penge, I was watching your Twitters pop up on my phone to my left, and I didn't have 7 pairs of hands to go. I'm sorry, I'm actually streaming. Come into the chat and you can tell me there. Here's your emote meal. All right, what do we got? Burger, bacon, fries, ice cream, coffee. Yeah, pretty much nailed it. If you wanted to throw in a cherry Coke in there, That would be great. That would pretty much nail that meal right there. Scion, just stop being sad and go get something to eat, and then you won't be sad. You see the problem here. You're starving to death and it's making you sad, but you won't get something to eat because you're sad. Oh, Scion, you're so valuable otherwise, too. Oh, I think you figured it out. You're not wicked sad anymore. You've queued up wandering. How about you queue up eating? How about you queue up eating, Scion? Then you won't be so sad. Entirely forgot I was streaming. I remembered thought to pop in and say, I'm watching all of your messages pop up on my phone. I'm like, I will get to that when I can get to that. It was just silliness anyway. I was talking about my experience in government bureaucracy today. It was really stupid. Like, please go down to the office and spend 2 hours in line so you can give them the exact same information that you gave them online earlier. Anyway, so there's that. Good at putting furniture together and fixing things, but making things from scratch, not so much. We actually have a family rule. Mrs. Dave and I have several family rules. Most of them are concerned with restaurants we will not eat in anymore because there's way too many children. So, hard and fast rule is, if it says family restaurant, we're probably not going there. And that's cool. You know what? Families can go there and we can go somewhere else. That's how restaurants work. The other rule is we no longer do put it together yourself furniture. Now, there have been exceptions to that rule. There have been some exceptions. The desk that I'm working at right now, I put together myself. The new wardrobe that Mrs. Dave got a little while ago, I put together. So I'm semi-okay with putting furniture together, if I am patient and take my time. Which usually means I queue up one of my Are You Being Served marathons and do it very slowly while chuckling at Mrs. Slocum. But if I'm quick about it, it all goes to hell. It all goes to hell. Remember to like the stream. Thank you so much. Did I like myself? Oh, I did like myself. Oh, good. I'm so good when I have a positive self-image about things. It is a good rule for restaurants, Willow. It's just a hard and fast rule. And that's not slamming family restaurants. That's just not where we want to be. You know, screaming children in a restaurant is not enjoyable to us. So we go places where generally there are not screaming children for the most part. We try to avoid that. And there are a few restaurants in our area that we've tried, and they're just like excessively family restaurants. It's like, please bring all of your 3-year-olds to this restaurant and let them run around. What is Fleeb wearing on their head? You're not the first person to ask that today, Pedge. You're not the first. I'm surprised. You played so much RimWorld. You've never run into this. Contrary to what you may be viewing, Fleeb is not wearing a bag over his or her head. I'm actually not sure of Fleeb's gender. Fleeb, what are you? You are a male. Okay, good. Live you. Fleeb is wearing a wooden war mask, which provides some kind of benefit that I can't immediately remember. They're wicked easy to make, too, if you want to make one in your own run. They're really easy to make, and it does look like they have a bag over their head, which is really funny. What does... I know there's something the war mask does. Pain shock threshold plus 10%. Okay, so they're less likely to kind of kivvy out and keel over if they are in pain. Not much. It's mostly for the look, but it does give a small benefit to pain shock threshold. An artistically terrifying war mask, and after that it should be brackets not wearing a bag over their head, hides the wearer's face and makes them more confident. There you go. Minor break risk again. Oh, it's mech. What's your problem? You usually don't have problems. Oh, the low psychic drone. Okay, that is a bit of a problem. Your transhuman is frustrated. Hey, so am I, mech. So am I. Waiting for bionics any day now. There's not much I can do about that because we're at a pitifully low tech level at the moment. You have a tree on your head. Are you barking? Are you barking mad? What was I going to do? Oh, animals. We just got a megasloth. Yeah, megasloth, you should be in area 2 because you're huge and you're going to eat everything. And, I don't know, train you for everything. Oh, megasloths can haul. Oh, I never knew that. Oh, yeah. Oh, I totally want the megasloth then. I want any animals that can haul. I am also mildly concerned about the bear issue over here. Because there's a bear, and it's not our bear. And bears eat other animals, to the best of my knowledge. So, you know, that. Possibly we should go murder the bear. Bear's probably less impressed with us than, say, the turkeys are. pretty easy to kill the turkeys. Not so much this grizzly bear is totally going to eat one of my muffalos or something. I can see it coming. We should probably just kill it. Does anyone have a decent weapon? I mean, no is the answer to that question, but maybe all together we could get in on this. You know what? I'm just going to leave it be for right now. There's a bear. He is indeed after my picnic baskets and my muffalo. Ah, we've researched television. Good. We know how TV works now. What would be a good next thing to do? That'll cover some recreation issues. I could go tree sowing, because then I could get cocoa, which would lead to chocolate. And everybody likes chocolate, and if people don't like chocolate, they're wrong and should go away to an island where silly people live. But hydroponics has got to be a good move. Yeah, I'm going hydroponics. I'm not so sure how long we're going to stay here. I might really just pack up the colony and move somewhere. Microelectronics is good. I want to cover some more of the basics, because I took up a lot of our early research time, Penge, getting to geothermal power, because we had a geothermal thing right next door. So I kind of took a ton of time where we could have banged out a lot of smaller things just getting geothermal, but now our power needs are covered, so that's fine. Now I'm kind of backtracking and getting some of the other things, but I always like to get hydroponics early. It's just good if you can grow things really, really fast and year-round. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Speaking of growing things, oh yeah, we've still got tons of... In fact, we've got so much muffalo meat, we don't have room for the rice. Penge, I know you're going to bed, but I actually need you to haul that bird skin. In fact, you know what? Everybody is going to get up and move one thing. This is what I'm asking of you. Everybody wake up and move a single thing anywhere else. Where is everyone else? NG, come here and move a thing to a different place, because you're not allowed to put cloth and clothing in here, but you do it anyway because it's so low priority for you to haul it anywhere else. Watching this, taking notes, and still can't make heads or tail. I did the same thing, Pausley. I did exactly the same thing. I avoided RimWorld for a very, very long time, despite, people that I know and trust, like, people in the Granite Accidents, loving this game. I looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, and like, I don't know, it just seems so ridiculously complicated. And it is. It's not complicated. It's just that what I found when I finally dived into it, I was actually gifted this. Lionel DeLion, very good friend of my channel and Penge's channel, gifted this to me one day, quite a while ago. And I said, okay, well, now I'm going to play it. The thing that I found is, yes, it's very complicated, but you don't have to play it very complicated. So you can micromanage the bejesus out of this thing if you want to. If you totally... Yeah, Penge does have food poisoning. No, you're not wrong about that. Penge is moving very slowly because he's very, very nauseous. But he's just going to have to learn to live with that. Because I think for food poisoning, you can't even do a rest until healed. I think it's going to tell me not injured. Yeah, not injured. So they just kind of have to work through it. So you can play it really complicated and micromanage it. Or you can play it like me and just sort of be casual about it. People live, people die. That's the nature of a colony. Oh dear, major break risk. That would be Penge. Okay, put the cloth down, go to bed. I'm sure you're you're very, very sad about the whole food poisoning thing. Very sad about that. I can't do anything about that because you technically are not injured. I would love to just put you to bed and you can sleep off the food poisoning while, in between vomiting. But there's nothing I can do about that right now. And Geek Cupboard also avoided RimWorld for quite some time. Yeah, if you haven't watched it, Pausley, Geek Cupboard's RimWorld is really good. Although, I find, Penge, and I believe you'd be likely to agree, that barring the last episode where everything kind of got a little squirrely, what with the poison ship, you're kind of hit that stage in your colony where not a lot is going on. Like, there aren't any critical events. Psychic Drone is ending, good. And I find that with colonies, I almost kind of have to invent things to do to, keep it fresh and interesting, because there is a point where the colony is largely self-sufficient and not a lot is going on. Unless, like Penge, you get a giant ship made of poison that crashes on your planet, sets fire to everything, and then launches huge monstrosities at you. That was fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I've honestly tried. I just can't do it. You know what? Again, I did exactly the same thing, Paulsley. When I first fired it up, and I watched not necessarily tutorials, but I watched other folks in the Granite Accident, specifically like Grem Devel. Grem Devel does a lot of RimWorld, and I watched him play it, and he's like way advanced. He's super, super advanced. He's pretty micromanagey about it. That may shock no one at all if you've watched any Granite Accidents collaborations, but he's super micromanagey about it, and I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. And then when I tried to play it, I don't get it. Simple things that I feel I should be able to do, I couldn't figure out how to do. And then I got obviously, because it was completely incompetent gameplay, I thought that's the right time to do a series on the channel when I know nothing about this at all. And it totally crashed and burned. I look at that series now, I'm like, wow, I could have done so many things differently, but I didn't know how to play it. And now, you just kind of keep plugging along. What I found is you just sort of learn like one little mechanic, and then you kind of tuck that one away and go, okay, I know how to do that thing now. Like, I'm pretty comfortable with food production. I can create a lot of food around here, even with things like blights or cold snaps or heat waves. Food is totally under control very quickly. What I really have not gotten far enough into is the advanced research in electronics and building the starship and all that stuff. Anyway, that was a lot about me and RimWorld. We're at a point where we're just sort of quite happily getting on with things. Apart from the evil killy robots and the poison ship and the potatoes being set fire to. Apart from that, everything's been going swimmingly. And really, the fact that you got through that with only the results that you got was pretty good. When I saw that coming down, when I was watching this is the end of the colony. This colony's done right now. There's no way he's surviving this. Because those things are very, very killy robots. You got through it. Not unscathed. You were scathed. You were definitely plus scathed, but a lot better than I thought. Yeah, guys, we got to get the Muffalo inside. I really need you guys. Okay, Scion, you need to take a break from food production. We need to get all the things that don't live in the walk-in freezer out of the walk-in freezer. I built you another storage thing just for this purpose. We need to clear all that out. Pangira's asleep. Engie, you're not really doing anything. Move the Muffalo into the freezer, please. Yes. All right. Having that problem in surviving Mars. The sort of everything's just going basically okay. Grem Devel has a RimWorld series that's got about 100 parts or something crazy. Oh, I think he's done one that's longer than that. I think if you go back in Grem Devel's history, he's actually done longer ones than that. Because he just keeps going. He's very, very good at RimWorld. And he just keeps that colony going and going and going. And he's always doing, like, weird things with it, too. Like, I don't even understand some of the things he's doing, but he's very good at it. But you don't have to play RimWorld like that. You can play it a little more casually, where, you just kind of plug along and hope for the best and grow some food, fight some evil killy robots, and hope a poison ship doesn't land on your potatoes. That was a lot of talking in a row. Big LFC fan, welcome. Good to see you. Excellent. I very neglectfully did not take my water up to my little sort of area here while I was streaming. So if I'm a little hoarse or a little coffee or whatever, that's why. Not coffee like the drink coffee. Coffee in the sense of coughing. Because I forgot to take my water, and I'm not going to go downstairs and get it now, because we're kind of doing a thing. And Mrs. Dave is not home. Mrs. Dave is at work, so I can't do the thing where I sort of idly talk about it while I'm streaming, hoping that she's listening, and then we'll do that. Peace Talks Quest, no, thank you very much. No, we've got plenty going on here. What I would like to get is that steel out of the ground. Oh, you are indeed working on that. Oh, good. Good. Please don't... Oh, wow, there's even more components up here that we got. Good. I'm feeling a little better about the component issue, at least for the short term. That is good. And we got some more wood cut down. There's still more tag to go. Oh, there's ambrosia over here. Oh, we should totally get all of that. I don't think I've ever actually used it for anything, but it's valuable if nothing else. Palsy, you're off. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. And I am looking forward to some more Planet Zoo tutorials. I will leave you really stupid questions on them often. But yeah, if you're looking for Planet Zoo tutorials, go check out Palsley. He's got some really, really good stuff. Again, tight, concise, to the point, tells you what you want to know, and gets you out the door. Exactly what you're looking for in a tutorial. I've got to the point where I just spam seed vegetation. Oh, are we talking about surviving Mars? Okay, Birdbrains and Bobcat are doing surviving Mars. Okay, that's not RimWorld. Group of travelers. Do you have anything to trade? Are you tradey travelers? Nope. And your names are Ademus and Boozer. Oh dear. Well, you don't have anything to trade, so you're just going to kind of wander in and out. That's fine. You guys can come in and out. We have no particular beef with you. Are you actually armed, though? I mean, I could just murder you. I probably won't do that. Now, that seems excessive. Let's not start murdering random strangers right away. Let's make sure everything is under control here. I also noticed, Scion, you could take a break from that and haul some more of this bird skin out. Guys, I really should not have to tell you to do this one by one. This is not where we keep the leather and the bird skin. We put that in the other place. Thank you, because we need all the room in the walk-in freezer that we can get. Speaking of which, I wonder if I should just expand this. I probably should. It's probably not going to kill me to expand this a little bit. I could take it... where are the windmills? They're over here. Is that blocked? Ah, no, not quite. So if I could just draw that out, it will not interfere with the windmill. Watched a couple of streams of Surviving Mars. I like Surviving Mars. That's a really solid game. I pick that up every couple of months or so and just go through, re-roll it, start again. That's a very, very solid game. Good-looking game, too. I'm not particularly good or bad at it. I just sort of play it and then put it away for a while. But a great game. Let's do... What did I make these out of? Steel? We don't actually have a tremendous amount of steel here. And unlike Penge, I'm not super fussy if I mix materials. So if this is steel and the rest of it is slate, I can broadly live with that. So let's get some walls. What do I have a lot of? Actually, I don't have that much granite or slate. I kind of need to queue up some more stone blocks first. Are you guys done with that? Is that the problem? Oh yeah, you totally are. Make a whole bunch more of those, please. I know you've got a lot going on here, but please make a whole bunch more of those. Because I don't have a lot of steel, so I'm going to want to build everything out of stone as best as possible. All right, the animals have got their little rice patch here. That's good. They're their hay patch. I've got rice. Lots of it. Like tons of rice is coming out here. All right, this is all going to happen. My plan will eventually work itself out. Did I not plant any heal root? I didn't plant any heal root. That was silly. Although I do have a lot of medicine on hand. I have a lot of regular medicine, so I don't know if I need... Oh, hang on. Area revealed. Is it full of horror? Not yet. Not yet. And I didn't get the little flag saying, we've discovered an ancient evil. Okay, good. I may pop that door open. And by door, I mean I may dismantle that piece of wall. I have to claim that first. Yeah, I'm going to claim that. And I'm going to deconstruct that. And then the colony will probably die because there's horrible murder behind it. But we're going to give it a shot. Do that with the game Day R Survival. Post-apocalyptic survival game set in the former USSR. Mobile, but still fun. Did I miss a fact, Bird Brains? Did I miss one? I don't think I did. No, I'm pretty sure I would have noticed that one. Or is that just a warning? Are you now preemptively warning us that there's a random fact with Bird Brains on the horizon? In the chamber, if you will. Because that's fine. You can just pop those up. You know that. Lord knows I don't need to tell you that. You do whatever you feel. NG. Oh, you're already working on the stone blocks. Oh, good for you. That's a solid thing for you to be doing. What do I have most of? Granite? Okay, let's build some granite walls. Let's do that. So wall, granite wall. And let's just make the walk-in freezer teensy bit bigger. Like, say, that much bigger. It doesn't need to be huge. And then when they're done with that, I'll dismantle that part of the wall. Area revealed. Did you just, Oh, okay, there's no horrible robot death machines in there. That's in the win column. Good for us. Yay, we're not all dead. You can also get this steel while you're here. And then I want to keep bisecting this area. Oh, there's another hidden area up there, because that's a wall. Okay, probably full of unnatural horrors. Did I read the one with a wasp? I didn't. How far ago was that? Oh, it's way up here. Okay, there it is. Random fact with bird brain. It's a bad idea to kill wasps if they aren't attacking you. If they release a pheromone that calls the other wasps to attack. Yeah, you preaching to the choir. Preaching to the choir, bird brains. I avoid wasps with all sincerity. They're horrible, hateful spawns of the devil. I never want to be near wasps. They're just evil. I know inherently animals do not have a specific function of good and evil. Well, actually, primates do. Primates will murder other primates. They will flat out murder, as indeed do we. Coming from that stock. Penguins will engage in prostitution. So I don't know if that's specifically good or evil. I don't have any strong opinions about that particular act. But yeah, okay. So most lower animals do not have a concept of good or evil, but wasps are evil. Wasps are totally evil. Wasps are spawn of the devil. And they should all be wiped off the planet somehow without releasing the pheromone that calls other wasps to come in and kill us all. They're just terrible. Yeah, they're of the dark side. Actually, I think the dark side looks at wasps and goes, whoa, take it down a notch there, guys. Like Emperor Palpatine looked at a wasp and said, wow, that is wicked evil. Like, just bring it down a couple of notches. You're at a 12. I need you to be at about a 6 on the evil scale. What that kind of series of Animal Planet is Dave been watching? No, that's very true. We can call this a random fact with Dave if you want. Penguins absolutely engage in prostitution. So penguins build their nest. I don't know what specific penguin it is. I don't know. It's a type of penguin. I'm not a penguin guy. But the females will build their nests out of rocks. But because they're sitting on the eggs, the males have to bring them the rocks, and then they build the nest. So people are like, the tree hugger population is like, oh, penguins are so lovely, they mate for life. They sure do. Yeah, and then when I guess you'd call him husband penguin, goes out to, find rocks and fish and whatever it is penguins look for when they're on the job, so to speak, the female penguin will absolutely allow other male penguins to come in and mate with her in exchange for rocks. To build her nest. So female penguins cheat on their mates and engage in prostitution. I'm not saying that as a slam against penguins. I mean, you do you, penguins. You do you. Whatever gets you through the Arctic or Antarctic winter, whichever one it is. But yeah, that's a thing, and that I learned that. That's a thing that I know about penguins. Boys and girls, Dave will teach you about penguin prostitution. Well, you know what, Fosteros? We've covered Stranger Things here. We've absolutely covered Stranger Things, in particular window screens. So that, yeah, no, it's an absolutely true thing. I would say go Google it, but nothing that comes up on the internet is likely true. And primates will engage in murder. Primates will absolutely engage in murder. Monkeys, apes, all of those guys, they will absolutely murder a rival in the tribe, clan, whatever it is monkeys gather themselves into, and murder rivals. So but wasps beat them all out. Wasps look at monkey murder and say, oh, we own that. We did that years ago. You're just rank amateurs. So, yeah, that's, wasps are terrible. Long story short, wasps are terrible. I think the gist of this, your takeaway from this is wasps bad. Wasps bad. It's only a bad thing if you consider sex bad. Well, no. Let me clarify my point. I have no strong opinions on that. My opinion on that is anyone who wishes to engage in that act willingly, uncoerced, knock yourself out. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me at all, and it doesn't hurt anyone involved with it, frankly. So it's not for me to say. Obviously, unwillingly or coerced, we're on a different page there, but I have no opinions about that. As we were talking about, what was it, last week we were doing Warcraft? My basic rule of tolerance is if something does not negatively impact my life, then I don't really care about it, and I welcome people to do whatever they want to do. So long as you're not hurting me or anyone I care about, then knock yourself out. Go nuts. Go absolutely nuts. We can all blame monkeys for the serial killers we've had in the world. Yeah, basically. I'm not saying monkeys invented murder. I'm just saying monkeys murder. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying from learning things about monkeys murder. They will kill a rival in the clan to, establish their spot, I guess, in the clan. I can only imagine the colorful Dave commentary if you played Planet Zoo now. Oh, wait a minute. Are there penguins in Planet Zoo? There must be penguins in Planet Zoo. They could not possibly release Planet Zoo without penguins. You guys are done with that. That's cool. I now need you to deconstruct this wall and put down... I'll wait till you've deconstructed that, and then I'll put down some flooring in there. You've already got the roof on, so that's good. Carpet bombing monkeys. Well, beware, the monkeys may carpet bomb you. And they'll do it with feces. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Penguins are in the full version. Oh yeah. I am creating Penguin Brothel. There we go. Penguin Brothel. It'll be like Penguin Vegas. Or Reno, really. But Penguin Vegas, mostly. Okay, so you're getting those walls down. That's good. When you get those walls deconstructed, I'll put down more flooring here. And this cooler should still keep this room refrigerated enough. Frozen enough. So that will give a little more breathing room to everything. And then I'll probably pop in some more shelves there. That episode is going to go viral. Penguin Prostitutes. The Untold Story. Actually, how about Penguin Prostitutes and Monkey Murder? The Untold Story of Planet Zoo. It's a little wordy. Yeah, you wouldn't see all of that in your little, recommended thing. I'd have to tighten that up a little bit. Or put it on the thumbnail, but I kind of gotten away from putting text on thumbnails. It just doesn't really work for me. But, so Penguin Prostitution, Monkey Murder, The Untold Story of Planet Zoo. I suppose I could put it on a thumbnail. And I'm just going to go... see, I knew that bear. I knew that bear was coming for us. He is going for the rooster, though. Thing is, I don't really care about the rooster. We lost the chicken, so the rooster is largely irrelevant to me. It's actually just taking up food. I was just kind of hoping we might get another chicken. Stabby, you're up first. Go stab a bear. This is going to go... Oh, yeah, the rooster's already dead. The rooster's already dead. Stabby, you know what? Maybe don't stab a bear. You know what? Actually, don't stab a bear. That's probably a bad idea. And we'll wait for everyone else to get in line here. If the Mega Sloth wanted to get some action in, that'd be good. Oh, that's right. Most of you are armed with bows. You attack. You attack. At least you've got a gun. You, NG, you're already attacking. You attack. Oh, wait. Melee attack. No. Oh, you can't hit the target. All right, go up there then. Penge, you're right here. Good. Shoot the bear. You just walked into the bear. There's no way you can miss that thing. No way at all. Yeah, that's not a happy bear. Alright, so we lost a rooster, but we got some bear meat. So that's going to be good. Just call it Red Light District in Planet Zoo. Yeah, there's chickens in RimWorld. There's all sorts of cool animals. Didn't you just have like a lizard or something in one of your episodes pop by? One of the travelers had a lizard or something. There's all sorts of neat animals in RimWorld. Chickens, indeed. They don't really do much. I mean, they lay eggs, which obviously are, edible. But not... Okay, Mech, can you just go finish the... Oh, it's already dead. Okay, good. No, don't rescue... No, never mind. All right, Mech, come up here. Come up here and finish killing the bear, please. It'll be a disturbing version of Pench's Valley of the Bling. Yes, it will. Maybe different things happen in the valley than you thought might. No. Melee attack the grizzly bear to death, please. That sounds like a perfectly sensible way for you to be spending your time. Okay, is it dead yet? Can you just get it done, please? No, it's still not. Still alive. Still alive. One moment, please. I am really regretting not bringing my water up here. Still alive. And, okay, this is apparently going to take all day. I'll just come back to you later. There is another bear. The bear isn't specifically hunting us at this point, and I'm inclined to let it go, because if I start hunting it, there's a pretty decent chance for revenge. What is the chance? That's not what I wanted. What is the chance of revenge on a bear? That's actually only 10%, but that's way higher than 2%. Ah, good, you finally finished killing the bear, a day later, and we can totally have that, by the way. You are allowed to have that bear. It was a tough bear. I mean, bears are tough. There's no lie about that. Bears are a tough animal. But that was a particularly tough bear, considering we'd shot it many times. So it clung to life there. I'm hoping the other bear gets the hint. That's my goal. Just take the hint, Sparky, that this is not bear world. Bears don't live around here. Bears die around here. Right, what is everyone else up to? NG, you're playing chess. Okay, Fleeb, you're going back to researching. Good, and actually, you're cranking through hydroponics. You're already halfway done with hydroponics. That is fantastic. The Mega Sloth, I could do with that being tamed sooner rather than later. Oh, we can eat our dead rooster, too. Yeah, you guys can totally eat the dead rooster. Yes, Death of Rooster 1. The best of roosters. Okay. Doesn't really matter. I didn't have a chicken to breed him with, so the chicken was one of the first to go. Oh, good. You finished taking down the wall. Excellent. Put down just some regular wooden floors in there, please. Just regular old wooden floors. And then let's extend this zone. So expand the zone here. Good. Okay. So that'll be a nice bigger freezer. He's looking at you thinking, what is he doing with my mate? Well, eating it eventually. Down the road, eating it is how that's going to work. Right. Yeah, he's buggering off. He's taken the hint, I hope. Or he's intimately planning revenge. Nope, I think he's leaving the map. I think he's out of here. That would be great. I'd just like to take the bear and call it a day, frankly. I had no particular beef with the bear, but now I have bear beef. You see what I did there? How's everything going over here? Oh, I did plant some more stuff over here. Oh, the strawberries are almost done. Good. Good, and this stops things from growing in the windmill area so trees don't grow and obstruct the windmills. Very smart idea. Was that Bobcat who gave me that idea? I think that was Bobcat's idea of planting zones in front of the windmills so trees don't grow in front of the windmills. Good idea. This one's scheduled to be cut down anyway, so super. Birdbrains is going to sleep, might come back. Good night, Birdbrains. We may or may not be here when you get back, but you know where to find me anyway. And somebody could jump on refueling that generator at any point. That'd be spiffy. And I don't think we really need the heaters on. Why don't we turn the heaters off? Why did we not turn the heaters off before? Let's make sure all the heaters are off, please. Don't need any heat going on. It's almost summertime. Toggle that off. Toggle everything off. Thank you. Bear meat is pretty interesting if you've never had it. I have not had bear meat. I've had some ostrich. A little gamey, frankly. It's not quite steaky and it's not quite chickeny. And it's kind of gamey. It's not bad. It's just like I'm not going to jump all over myself to go get an ostrich burger. It was okay. It just wasn't great. Trying to think if there are other odd animals that I may have consumed. Possibly. I don't really know. Scion, are you still cooking? We're just cranking through meals? Is that our plan here? Which is fine if you are. We have got some more slate in stock. Can I get maybe another slate shelf? Might be nice. Oh, I've already got it queued up. Okay, good. Yeah, go make one of those and make another one there. Try and get all this food up on some shelves eventually. And speaking of... Oh, we did finally finish our machine table. Good, we got enough steel. Great, now we can finally make guns. Make guns all the time. I can't make any really good guns. But I may as well get some more rifles. Make one rifle and one shotgun. That's a good start. That's a good start under any circumstances. I have one rifle and one shotgun. That's a good start. Same about bear meat. Gamey, not good, not bad. Yeah, that's how I felt about ostrich. Just kind of, yeah, it's okay. Interesting taste. Kind of chickeny, kind of beefy, mostly gamey. I mean, got to be a good harvest on that. I mean, ostriches are huge. Got to be able to get a good quantity of meat out of an ostrich, I would think. And do emus then taste very similar? I would figure they would. I don't know. I wonder what penguin tastes like. Would it taste like a combination between fish and chicken? Can you eat penguin? I mean, I know you can eat a penguin. If you had a penguin, you could eat it. That's how things work. But, you know, is there like legal access to penguin meat? I'm curious now. Somebody start Googling things. Can you legally acquire penguin meat? Or is there an underground penguin meat black market? If so, does anyone have any contacts in that regard? I would be okay with presenting my father-in-law a penguin burger. I think he'd appreciate something like that, especially if we grilled it. So, all right, there's the question. Can one legally acquire penguin meat? Did you know with Bobcat on August 6th, 1915, the famous Attack of the Dead Men took place at Dwarf Fortress when Russian survivors of chlorine gas attack... Whoa. I'll come back to that. Something just exploded. Hang on. There was a huge boom in RimWorld. Oh, there's a fire. What? Why fire? Is there a storm? I don't see a storm. Okay, there's a fire. I'm sure it's going to work itself out. Took place at Dwarf Fortress when Russian survivors of a chlorine gas attack moved to counter the German advance on their fortress. You can eat a penguin. They're delicious, delicious biscuit. Not quite what I was looking for. Oh, it's a dry thunderstorm. Oh yeah, it says right down in the corner, dry thunderstorm. The fire has reached the home zone. Somebody will probably deal with that. I'm sure that'll take care of itself. Penguin is just like chicken, according to random stranger on train in Bugs Bunny's cartoon. Fair enough. All right, but can you legally acquire penguin meat? Are penguins endangered? I'm sure some of them are, but are all of them? I mean, do we need all the penguins? Are all the penguins necessary? Or do we have to protect every single one of them? Because when I go to my local aquarium, they got lots of penguins. And I'm just saying, is every single one of those penguins necessary to protect the ecosystem of the planet, or could some of them be lunch? This is all I'm putting out there. I want to know. I want to know. Now that we brought up ostrich, can you therefore eat a penguin? Would it be inherently chilly? It would probably be very blubbery, because they're blubbery creatures. Zeus of the world beware, David's curious about penguin meat. If only you could do that in Planet Zoo. Somebody should mod that, like penguin burgers sold out front. Don't ask questions. But yeah, I'm kind of curious what a penguin would taste like. I assume it would be very fatty, because that's what they are. They're all fat. That's what protects them from the cold. And probably a little blubbery. You have to trim off a lot of it. I'll bet on the whole, you actually wouldn't get a ton of meat off of a penguin. It would mostly be fat. But I'm totally fine to check it out. If somebody wants to know what a penguin meat tastes like, I'm happy to be the taste tester. It tastes like duck. That would not surprise me, actually. I'm sure they're very similarly biological animals. Both water-based. Yeah, I bet it tastes exactly like duck. You're not wrong about that, Willow. And duck is a little fatty. It's a little greasy. Huh. Interesting. All right, so plan for my evening is I'm going to hit up www.legalpenguinmeat.com delivers and, check that out. We deliver penguin meat right to your door, and you totally will not get arrested or have, or not have PETA protesting you, but PETA will protest you anyway. So they'll protest you for anything they like. Engie, I noticed you're fighting the fire by yourself. Does anyone else want to chip in? Oh, Mech is working Mech's way down to deal with the fire. It looks like Stabby might be coming in to help out with the fire, too. Stabby's going to stab the fire to death. That is admirable. Admirable. Penguin bacon. Yeah. Penguin jerky, which is really what you're looking at there. You could do penguin bacon. We have to cross the bridge of, getting it first. Oh, it's burning down all the wood that we chopped down. That's fussy. Oh, dear. Yes, I know there's a fire. I'm looking at it. I don't really care unless it comes into our home area. In which case, everyone will jump out and put out the fire. It's very simple, RimWorld. It's really very, very simple stuff. It might burn some of these graves, but those were people we murdered anyway, so I'm okay with that. Now, I'm wondering, I need some more settlers. I need some more colonists before I commit to it. I'm going to start encasing the colony, but again, I'm not 100% sure how long we're going to stay here. I might just evac this place. Boy, there's a bunch of alpacas that haven't been murdered. Let's get that done. Hunt that and hunt one of them. There we go. I could tame a couple. Speaking of which, we never got our turkey. Oh, I think it's gone. I think it just left the map. Okay, that's fair. We took so long to... Oh, no, it's way down here. Never mind. There he is. Where is it? Go find the turkey. It's over here. It's asleep. Go tame it now. Oh, it's raining. Good. That'll put out the fire. There we go. Fire is solving itself with rain. Not really ever bothered to pick up that corpse. That's okay. That's fine. Watch some food shows. Apparently, there's some places out there that cook anything for you. Caribou. Caribou burgers, for example. I don't necessarily know that caribou are endangered. I mean, I think you can just go kill a caribou and eat it. That's a thing, I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know which animals are endangered or not, unless they were specifically connected to my former profession, and because there were some animals that I needed to know they were endangered, so I didn't mess with them in my former profession and, you know, get a $10,000 fine slapped on me. So apart from like one or two species of birds, I don't really know what's endangered and what isn't. I assume tigers are. Tigers are always endangered. There seems to be only like 3 or 4 tigers on the planet at any given moment. But yeah, ostrich steak was another. Okay, yeah, well, I've had that. I wouldn't eat Soylent Green. I probably would not. Probably not, unless I was very, very hungry. Very, very, very hungry. Yeah, I mean, are caribou necessarily endangered? Or would that just be like, you know, because people go and hunt moose and hunt deer and eat it. I mean, is a caribou any different? Is it particularly endangered? I don't think it is. So, yeah, go get down with some caribou. It's probably basically like venison, I would assume. I'm more concerned with my penguin issue, though. I am also now thinking about the presentation of penguin meat. They kind of want to do it like, you know, when they do the whole roast pigs and they put the apple in the mouth. They do a whole penguin and put, I don't know, maybe an ice sculpture of some sort, a fish, I guess, in the mouth. Big LFC fan has eaten horse. It's a weird thing. I was told by my parents that I've eaten horse, but I actually look back on that memory and think they were just pranking me. Because my parents had a very strange sense of humor when it came to their son. They would just lie to me and think it was hysterically funny. So they told me I did once when we were in France. But I don't actually think I did. I might have. They might have been telling me the truth. But given the number of times that they lied to me and thought it was really, really funny to just kind of pull the chain of your own son, I'm inclined to think it was just a fabrication. It was Penn just eaten alligator. How was that? Because Mrs. Dave and I were thinking of going to Florida, and I'm totally okay with eating alligators. I also want to go to an alligator farm, just because I haven't. That's my rationalization. I've never been to one, so I should go to an alligator farm. I would hate to be on my deathbed and go, wow, never did go to that alligator farm. So, you know, it's that kind of thing. Pench, what do you off to go shoot? Alpaca. Excellent. Scion, we kind of need some generators getting refueled around here. Is anyone keeping a list of the lists? Dave is probably on. Oh, many. I'm sure I'm on PETA's list now. I'm sure PETA's got an eyeball on me immediately. The second you start saying, where can I legally acquire penguin meat, I'm sure a huge flag just popped up in PETA's headquarters. And I'd be surprised if I live to the end of the day. I'm probably going to walk out my door, possibly to investigate the existence or non-existence of legal penguin meat in my local grocery store, and probably get murdered by PETA. You're off to Florida next year. Oh yeah, that's right. You told me that. Yeah, you're doing Disney, right? Am I remembering that correctly? You're doing Disney with the family. I can't. I'm so sorry. I just said fam. Oh my god, I've never said that in my life, and I never wanted to say that. Let's just all pretend the last 10 seconds didn't exist, except for the bit with Penge, because he's lovely. So, yeah, so you're going to, I think you're doing Disney, if I remember correctly, which is very little information. I don't think anyone can stalk you. Disney and Universal. Yeah, Mrs. Dave and I did Universal. We skipped Disney, did Universal, because we were only there for a very limited period of time. And I really wanted to do Universal more. It just had more things that I'm interested in. But now that Disney has Star Wars, that's a reason for me to go to Disney. I never had any particular reason to go to Disney. I'm not a big Disney person. Mrs. Dave is a reasonable Disney person, but I am just not a Disney person at all. But Universal was a lot of fun. A ton of fun there. We had a good time there. Yeah, I know. I said it. I will never say it again. I can't believe that word just came out of my mouth. I'm so sorry. It's the hunger. It's the hunger. It's the unsatisfied penguin lust that I have right now. That's a phrase that sounded better in my head than when it came out of my mouth. But, you know, there it is. I've said it. I should get another light. First of all, I should be playing RimWorld. Ideally, I should be playing RimWorld. It does say RimWorld live stream. And what I've got is the live stream part of the equation. Not as much with the RimWorld part of the equation. So, I'll pop a light there. It's got no power, but we'll set up some conduits going that way. That'll cover that eventually. How's the temperature in here? Yeah. A brisk 22 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll let the Brits work out what that is for themselves, but a brisk 22 degrees Fahrenheit, so very, very frozen. Excellent. So, actually, Penge, if you want to take that steel and just make that lamp... Oh, you're making the conduit. Okay, good move. Very, very smart use of your resources there. You just took what you had in your hands and made the thing I told you to make. It was popular when I was a teenager. Really? I don't remember that. Yeah, I remember rents. I totally remember that. Is the meat in a wee cupboard bench? I see what you did there. Door to my chiller is blocked. Oh, yeah, you're totally right. It is. Well spotted there. Fleeb. Oh, Fleeb solved it. Okay. Fleeb's just going to eat the blockage. That's fine. Fleeb's just looked at the issue and ate it. So Fleeb's all over that. WoW livestream the other day. Spent 45 missions doing a mission you never activated. Yeah, that happened. Got some good XP out of that, though. Boy, we killed a lot of things we totally didn't need to kill. Yep. All of a sudden, hey, did you actually activate that quest? No. I've been doing the quest, but nobody told me to go do it. That's how much Warcraft I've played in my life, is that I already know to go and do the quest. I know exactly what to do. It's just that unfortunately nobody had told me to do it, so nobody was going to give me any credit for it, and I couldn't complete it because it hadn't triggered. So yeah, that's I've played more than a few human starts in Warcraft and I knew exactly where to go and what to do, and it was very confusing when it wouldn't work, because I knew that was right. I knew that was correct. What I needed to do was actually start from fundamentals and have somebody tell me to go do it before I started doing it. So Fleeb is taking care of the door blockage. We've gotten one alpaca, and it's still spring. Not for much longer. It's about to click into summer. But we've still got tons of meat, tons of rice, and more stuff coming in. More stuff is constantly coming in here. The strawberries are ready to go. What are these, potatoes? Yeah, barring any poison ships landing on my potatoes, that'll be fine. Those will be done in a day or so. Rice is coming along nicely. Somebody want to maybe grab that generator? Scion, once again, you're playing horseshoes. Why don't you not do that? And then the last thing I kind of wanted to get to is like a rec room, a recreation room here. What have I got in terms of building materials? Not a lot. Really don't have a lot of steel kicking around here. I need to line up some more steel to be mined. Oh, there's quite a bit up here that they just haven't hauled. Okay, I have more steel than I think I do. They just haven't hauled it yet, so it doesn't technically count. But it is there. Oh, hang on, Boss Ross. Boss Ross, that's like the third message of yours I have to approve. YouTube hates you today. Oh, probably because you used the word prostitution. Yeah, that makes sense. 4 more weeks until penguin prostitution. Can't wait for Planet Zoo moment. I do that in Blackrock Deeps often enough. Yeah, I totally know what to do with the quest. I just forgot to have somebody tell me to do the quest. So I wanted to do a recreation room. Is there anything I've got a good chunk of? Back to slate. I've got a decent amount of slate. So do a slate wall. Let's just kind of pop that. Maybe not that way. How about this? And I'd love to leave a little bit of room for a corridor there. There we go. So get to working on that. Wooden door will be fine here. And I'm going to pop another door over here just for argument's sake. And then most importantly, let us get a television going, which I probably shouldn't put outside right now until they finish that. You know what? They'll finish that quickly enough. It'll be fine. So get that here. Perfect. And that'll cover the entire stretch here. And then is there any good cloth I have a lot of? I have a decent amount of plain leather. How about a plain leather armchair? How much is that going to cost me in materials? 110. Okay. I can almost build 2, but not quite. Looks like I got a lot of that other thing, whatever that was, too. So why don't you go there? And what is this? Blue fur. Okay, so I can make a blue fur armchair. I also just like saying blue fur. It sounds like a fun word. Actually, I can bang another one of those out. There we go. So this TV will cover all 3 of those chairs. That is perfect. And then I'll put some other knickknacks in there at the same time. I'll find a statue to put in there, plant, light, that kind of thing. Has anyone found the notion of eating hyena laughable? Aha! Yeah, no, I think Bobcat's got that. I would be disinclined to eat a scavenger. Like, despite my, apparent interest in penguin meat and other bird meat like ostriches, I'm probably not going to eat a vulture. Although they are Nature's Cleaners. I'm probably not going to go ahead and eat it, because Lord knows what diseases may be in that thing that you cannot possibly cook out. Especially after I've taken that food safety class. Wait, Death of Alpaca too. Oh, the bear's back. Oh, been torn to death. Oh dear. Okay, everybody stop. The bear's back. The bear's eaten my alpaca. Well, alpaca's back on the menu. That's fine. There's a whole bunch of alpaca down below. I'll just go tame another. That alpaca is largely expendable, but let's get the crew on board here. Stabby, you could probably start stabbing. NG, just start firing. I'm going to save Stabby for the end. Mech, you can start firing whenever you've got a shot. Anytime now. Thank you. No, don't. Whoa. Don't melee attack it. Fire at it. And Stabby, you can probably get in on some action here. Yeah, just go stab. Mostly stabbing. Yeah, there we go. Getting some good stabs in. Scion, start firing. Scion? Would you like to... Okay, I guess you're firing. Yeah, you're firing. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, everyone's going to start firing now. Oh, yeah. Stabby just stabbed that thing. Okay, I just want to look at the bear's health. I want to see how much Stabby did that. All right. Knife. Yeah, Stabby did 80% of the work on that. Totally did 80% of the work. All of that is knife. One good gunshot to the jaw. That kind of got the job done. Okay, everyone can be off duty here. And P.S. grab the alpaca. Now, what was that? Was that a male or a female? Well, what have I got left? A female. Okay, I need a male alpaca, please. And there's a whole bunch of them here. Why don't you tame that? And see if you can tame another female one while you're in the neighborhood. Just grab that. And kill a few wild boar while you're out puttering around. And somebody get this wool in, please. Because that's going to go bad really, really quickly in the rain. That stuff deteriorates so fast. So get the wool indoors. Well, Will is just a terrible human being. Will is also the name of all bears, apparently. But no need to fire at Will, because Stabby did 80% of the work on the bear. Just stabbed some more until there was no more bear that was left alive. Right, so, first off, RimWorld Colony 2, bears 0 today. Although they did kind of kill a chicken and an alpaca, but they didn't kill any colonists, which is kind of the goal. Animals I can figure out, but colonists are a little... we got hydroponics. Okay, I should remember that. Because I'm not going to build that right now. Okay, somebody remind me next week that I did research hydroponics, because I'm 100% going to forget that. I should probably write it down. But I won't. Let's get drug production. Maybe. I feel I should. What would be another... Oh, wait a minute. We've gone... we get blowback operation. We get prosthetics. That actually might make mech happy. Yeah, you know what? Let's start making bionic... I know they're not technically bionics, but they're better than wooden legs. They're slightly better than wooden legs. And if anyone got the carry on up the Khyber... My God, I haven't seen that in a million years. Fire at will. Why do they always fire at will? I've actually... that's very likely from Carry On Up the Khyber. I will totally take your word on that. But I've heard that joke before. I don't think Carry On Up the Khyber was... Well, might have been the first. Wasn't the last to make that joke. Geez, I haven't seen a Carry On movie in ages. Kind of miss those. I'm sure they're on YouTube. Everything is on YouTube. The entire planet is on YouTube. So I could probably find them there. Lord knows that's where I found Blake 7. It's the only place I could find it. Fleeb, you're eating and you're building stuff. Okay, that's all good. So that's going to be a nice little... Wild boar revenge. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with the revenge? Who's shooting it? Mech? Okay, keep shooting. Penge, try and make it down here if you can. I don't even know where you are. But, no, go that way, go that way. I need to see what Mech is doing. Mech, you need to start moving. Start moving. You're not that good a shot. Penge is a much better shot. Penge, kill the thing. Yeah, kill that. And you keep moving that way. That way. There we go. Okay. The thing is, Penge is a good shot, but not a great shot, so this may take several days. This is going to be a little Benny Hill chase. Oh, well done. Oh, you just nailed him. Okay, good. Great. Well, we got the boar. All right. Animals are not being very cooperative here. Andy, welcome. Blake 7 is awesome. One of the best endings to a series ever. And Andy, let's go back in time. Blake 7, like the opening 2 episodes of that are so dark and so disturbing. And this was effectively a kid's show. This was basically marketed to children, because I watched it as a kid. I was a kid when that came out, and it was marketed to me. Not me specifically, but me as a young child. I watched the first 2 episodes of it as an adult. I'm like, whoa, they are talking about some dark stuff here. Like, really heavy subject matter. Whole series is... I know, that's the thing, Andy. It's marketed to kids, but it's way more serious. It's really... I think dystopic is actually optimistic. That's being kind to that. I mean, just the opening episode and, the whole false... if anyone wants to go watch it, I won't spoil it. It's a great series. But, the whole opening court scene, what was being accused of falsely and all that. And you ain't wrong about that, Andy. You ain't wrong about that. Servalan. Yeah, no question there. But yeah, it was really dark and really serious, and watching it as an adult just puts a completely different spin on that series. And the best ending to a series ever, which I won't spoil, but the best ending to a series ever. Do they talk about penguin prostitution? I'm sure they do. Actually, that's probably a little lighthearted for Blake 7. That's amateur hour for Blake 7. They wouldn't have even bothered with that. They would have leaped and bounded over that. But best ending to a series, and much more different when you watch it as an adult. Very different when you watch it as an adult. Very dark stuff. Very serious topics in there that it kind of went over my head when I watched as a kid. I just didn't even notice that because it just was not my world. But yeah, very cool stuff. I'm glad you're a fan too. That could be something if they actually held to the original seriousness of it and actually made it dark. That would be something I'd love to see rebooted. I'd love to see a new Blake 7. Because just to do it with modern special effects, I think would be great. Because obviously it was the BBC, which has basically no special effects budget. The special effects budget for the BBC is whatever the guy can find lying around in the trash. And congratulations, you've got aliens and robots now. We all remember early Doctor Who. Oh, Doctor Who fans today are so spoiled. So spoiled with special effects. The new viewers of Doctor Who, the young viewers of Doctor Who, are so spoiled with special effects. Go back and watch some Tom Baker or some Peter Davison or, God help you, some John Pertwee episodes. And look at the special effects in there. It's like, okay, we need an alien. I don't know. Throw this plastic bag over a guy and paint it orange. And stick something to it. Congratulations, we've got an alien. Babylon 5. I never got into Babylon 5. I never really sat down and watched it. There's no reason I did or didn't. I just didn't. But we have John Pertwee. Yeah. Doctor Who movie was real dark. Yeah, that was okay. I liked that. Very early Doctor Who was really bad. Well, the stories weren't bad. It's just that they had no budget. It was the BBC. They had zero budget. They were actually making this stuff out of just whatever was lying around in the studio and hoping for the best. Special effects were awful. I mean, let's realistically look at a Dalek. It's a trash can on somebody. It's somebody moving around inside a trash can, and they stuck things to it. Now, I know Daleks today look cool, because they are cool. Daleks are inherently cool. And that comes down to the writing. That's the writing and the story, and that's where Doctor Who always shined. Doctor Who was never about the special effects in the early days. It was always about the writing and the story and subtle humor, and sometimes, like Blake 7, especially when you got into the Peter Davison years, he addressed some more serious topics in his Doctor Who. And every Doctor, just like James Bond, every Doctor did it a little bit differently. John Pertwee came on and specifically said, I want to be the James Bond Doctor Who. I want lots of action. I want car chases. I want all that. And he got it. He did all that. He was the Kung Fu Doctor Who. He was fighting things and punching things, and legendary for his final episode being the hovercraft chase, which was just epic. And, Tom Baker was the comic, he was the comedian, he was the joker, the jester, really. Not so much a joker, but a jester. And Peter Davison took it in a more serious tone. He did some darker topics for the time. He did some darker... I know... plungers, exactly. They put a guy in a trash can and stuck things to it. That's a Dalek. But the skill came in the writing. Daleks are ominous because of the writing and the story, even though they're inherently silly. Because prior to the new Doctor Who, when they started flying, which was a little silly. Although I think they started flying in one of the very last old Doctor Whos. I don't remember which Doctor. But prior to them starting to fly, you could just defeat Daleks by going upstairs. It was fantastic. They just couldn't deal with it. David Tennant's Doctor has some real dark moments in recent Doctor Who years. I am less caught up on the new Doctor Who than I might like to be. I watched like the first, I'm going to say 3 or maybe 4 seasons of the new Doctor Who when it started, and I just kind of lost track. It doesn't mean I don't like it. I just kind of lost track of it. There's a lot of TV, and I don't have time to watch all of it. I just don't. I do consume most of my entertainment through YouTube. It's not. There are some shows that Mrs. Dave and I are into. Like, we really like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We like iZombie, except the last series is actually too dark. I mean, it's always been dark, but they've actually taken it in a too dark level. They've lost the humor in that. The last series is just not funny, and I kind of liked some of the humor. We loved Santa Clarita Diet. That was hysterical. I'm so sad they're canceling that, because that was some of the best writing on television today. And if you love Santa Clarita Diet, go watch Better Off Ted, because it's all the same crew. Same writers, many of the same actors, all the same crew. But anyway, I'm not going to sit here and talk about what TV shows Mrs. Dave and I like, unless you're wicked into that. I can go back to Penguin Prostitution, but actually, what I'm probably going to do is just call the stream here. So we're like at a good point in RimWorld where I can just call the stream here. It is vitally important. Andy likes iZombie, but not past season 3. Yeah, I agree, Andy. It didn't get better as it went on. The first 2 or 3 series were really good. And this last one it's very, very dark and depressing, and there's just not really any humor in it anymore. I get it. They're dealing with a serious topic, but it used to be that plus humor, and it was really good humor. And now the humor is just completely taken out of it, and everything's just really depressing. Shakespeare understood that you have to have comic relief. You have to have comic relief. It can't be serious all the time. Blake Seven understood that. Blake Seven dealt with some of the darkest topics I've ever seen in a air quotes children's show, but still managed to keep a little bit of humor, especially in the characters. Their snarkiness might be humorous, or their stupidity might be humorous. But anyway, I will call the stream there. It is vitally important that somebody reminds me that I researched hydroponics next week. Because next week I will definitely, just to update again, in case anyone is not on the same page, I start a new job on the 14th. My schedule will be completely arbitrary. I will have no control over my schedule. I am the lowest guy on the totem pole, and I have no say in my schedule until I am more established. Totally fine. Get that. The streaming schedule will be basically whenever I can. That's going to be my thing. Whenever I can is when I'm going to stream. But next week will be the last regular scheduled stream. So Friday, Saturday, just like we always do. Oh, yeah, please watch Penja's RimWorld, big LFC fan. He's actually... gets pretty good at it. So yeah, it's definitely worthwhile, and it's still going. I'm kind of hoping he's putting up a new episode tonight, because there hasn't been one in a little while. I'm kind of looking forward to that. But yeah, it is vitally important that somebody reminds me next week that I have researched hydroponics, so I can actually do something with that. And B, next Friday and Saturday will be the regular streams. After that, I totally don't know. It will be whenever I can. And I'll keep you guys posted. I'll put stuff up on the channel. I'll put stuff up in the little community page or whatever. But he just uploaded it. Oh, well done, big LFC fan. Oh, cool. I'm gonna go watch that basically immediately. But next week's stream will be on target, and then after that, it's completely up in the air. I will just stream whenever I have the capacity to do it, because I totally dig doing this with you guys. You know that. You know I value you guys coming in and checking this out. It's just like hanging out with a cool bunch of friends every weekend, and I really enjoy it. I really respect you guys giving your time to me. That's what it is. You are giving your time to me. I'm just trying to vaguely entertain you, but you're the guys who are giving your time. So I really, really appreciate it. I will check out from here. I will definitely see you next week. And then after that, we'll figure it out. We'll just stream when we can, and it might just be a little bit more random for a little while. And then my work schedule should mellow out a little as I kind of establish myself. So I will see you guys next week. I will call it there. Thank you so much for coming by. Goodbye, and goodbye.